or the 4, do both of those things.
We've got pre-breaking news here.
Oh, wow.
I'm expecting an announcement imminently to come out related to Arkansas basketball, like within the next couple minutes here.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know what it is, but I'm told that it's coming. So
interesting. So what are we doing here? Are we just like extending?
I think we're just going to hang out and see what's said, but I don't know. Like I hate being that guy where I'm like, I just got a text, but no, I mean, I did.
Interesting.
What
is it about anybody we just talked about?
No, I literally don't know. Like I'm just told
okay.
Announcement coming about announcement about to go out, FYI.
Interesting. Okay.
And here's what we go. John Calipari. Oh, we need to listen to this.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, Kyle's going over the roster. So here's what we're going to do is while I'm listening to this, we're going to let me tell you this. Oh, wait. Here we go. DJ Wagner is back. Trevon Brazile is back. Yep, DJ's back. He just announced.
And Trevon
is back. Perfect. Who's next? Billy Richmond is back.
Really?
Darius Acuff is excited to be here, he says. Okay. Malik Thomas.
Glad to see those guys will
Shout
not be
out to Arkansas
of their letter of intent.
Yep. There's Isaiah Sealy. He's
okay.
Pumped. Kareem Rattel can speak English.
Hell yeah.
Cal supports Karter Knox. He's liking this group. He said he met with the team, and there is a team.
There is a team. I've got some names to show you. Okay. How about that? We get the group.
And he also said that they're not quite done yet. So for those of you who are wondering if they're going to make some more moves, there you have it. But we can officially now announce, because thank goodness our guy did it here. DJ Wagner, Billy Richmond, Trevon Brazile, all returning to Arkansas next season.
Wow. Well, Curtis, okay. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you actually will have an hour-long Pot at the Palace in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, we just got a lot going on. I'm so happy that that Cal put this out there, and I'm trying to download the video as we're talking here. That way we can just play it for the folks who haven't been able to see it on here. But there you go. So thank God. So there goes the drama, because we were sitting here wondering like, we heard some nonsense about, about Trevon earlier today, but we don't think so. DJ, who the hell knows? Well, there you have it. Right.
I tell you.
Are you happy? Are you pumped about this?
I'm thrilled about this. And the way I'm looking at this, Curtis, is this week in the portal, like this from a roster building standpoint, we got so much action this week. You get 2 centers. You get Karter Knox making a decision. You get the confirmation of these returners. This is big time stuff. I really like this. And I also, Curtis, call me crazy, I like how close Carter's announcement was to this announcement. Almost makes you think that they're in cahoots.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
starting to think Karter Knox might still be connected to this Razorback basketball team, Curtis.
People are talking.
Who wouldn't want to be? You heard Cal. You saw that team. Who wouldn't want to be on this team? You think Carter's not sitting there looking at it? He's like, man, I wish I was in that video, Loki. Let me take my name out the draft. He didn't even want to go now.
I wouldn't either. This video is uploading, and we're gonna play it just that way everybody could listen. It was tough because I'm like listening to it and then hitting pause, and I'm like, all right, DJ's back. Okay, go again. So we'll play it that way everybody gets the full context. Cal's got this slick blazer in the background. Okay, we got it pulled up. You ready for me to play this? Here we go. Everybody tune in.
I just met with the team, and there is a team this year. So let me go over some of the roster, what we're doing, who's going to be here. Not quite finished, but I'm feeling really good about this group.
What's up, Hog Nation? Let's run it back. I'm all in.
Yo, what's good, Razorback Nation? It's TB. Just want to say I'm excited to come back and do another year on the hill. Whoopee.
I'm all in, Razorback Nation. Year 2.
Let's do it.
What up, though, Hog Nation? Darius Acuff here. Just here to let y'all know I'm all in, man. Let's do it.
I just wanted to give a huge shout out to all my Arkansas fans. And I really just wanted to let y'all know, Hog Nation, I'm all in.
Hog Nation, I'm all in. Let's do it.
Hello, Hog Nation. I'm all in.
And on top of that, you read today, Karter is testing the waters, which I fully agree with. That being said, I'm liking this group.
Boom,
Dude, that was one of the
baby.
best videos I've ever seen.
Boom.
Yeah. The only guy that didn't bring the energy, I would say, would be Trevon Brazile. Was maybe not thrilled. I don't know if they caught him at a bad time, maybe like after a nap, and he was like, I'll record this video.
It reminds me so much of the end of last season when they lost their last game, and I was in the locker room interviewing guys, and I was talking to Trevon, and I was like, hey, man, like any final message that you'd like to send to the Razorback fans out there? And he just goes, woo pig.
Oh, man. I like that. Straight from the horse's mouth. In this era of sources say, and I'm hearing from, and I just spoke with this man, it's nice to be able to just look the guy in the eye. The video. I love that they got all those guys to do the video. It really doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything different, but it's just nice to see that. How many times have we said we want to feel connected to the team? We want to hear from the team. I could not be more thrilled with the way they did it. Yeah,
that was very well done. Shout out to Cal for actually doing it there. He embraces it. He knows that he went viral with the I met with the team. There is no team. Good awareness there from John Calipari. I love it. Okay, so that gets Arkansas. And and by the way, shout out to our man Kareem. Well-spoken lad, right?
Crushed it.
Oh man, it's good stuff. Good stuff. So that takes Arkansas then. Where are we at? 10, 9?
9 if you don't count Karter.
If you don't count Karter. Right. Okay.
But yeah, hey, there is a team.
There is indeed. There is indeed.
It kind of goes hand in hand with the messaging we were saying after Arkansas picked up Ewan and Pringle back to back that day. We were like, all right, now this team, like at the very least, we can talk about how good the finished product's going to be, but there's at least a squad there. You've got some centers, you got some guards, you got some wings with the guys and I was before we got these confirmations. I liked that message. I really liked when Cal put out that message and like just kind of gave a few days ago, I guess it was before they had got any portal commits, and he just kind of was addressing, hey, we're going to have retention. We're going to have this. This week confirmed it with some of the announcements we got in the portal, some of the announcements we got retention. Nothing has really big picture. There hasn't been anything crazy, surprising, or splashy happen, but now we feel better about the team by just seeing it. Right. We're seeing in real time the power of marketing.
Yeah, that's exactly right, man. And so there we have it. And so, folks, now we're looking at exactly. Think about, I guess it was about a week ago when Cal put out his little State of the Union address, and he said, "You want retention? We got it." Well, there's a good bit of your news right there. Freshmen, young people. We just heard from 4 of them who are going to be coming in here. So there you go. And then he talked about the transfer portal and being selective and getting the guys through the right fits who are committed to the right things. And he's added 2 since that time. So everything that he said in that video turned out to be 100% accurate. And then what did he say here? We're not done quite yet. And that lines up with exactly what we've been hearing, which is that Arkansas is going to be in the market for one more big splash type of addition. And we've mentioned several of the names there. And then adding a little bit of depth. Could it be another big man? That's what I would do to give yourself a little bit more stability in the front court. Could it be some 3-point shooting? I say, why not both? But just looks like we're a couple pieces, and Karter Knox would draw from the draft away from having a full squad here, and it's starting to look pretty darn good, man.
Could not agree more. And you know what this also does? Putting out the announcement, it sets the precedent of if something happens and you need to know, we will let you know.
Yes. Yeah.
It's almost, and I thought Cal's video last week that you alluded to, where he kind of was predicting all of these things, putting on his Mystic Mac goggles and predicting the future. I thought it was that was the same thing, where it's kind of like a message to the fans, like, hey, calm down, we got this. And I think it's a very good message. And like you said, it's a good team. And I'm just excited to see what they do next, man. Can't wait to. And like you said, it's not going to take much. There's only a couple spots left. Get a piece here, piece there. you're cooking.
Yeah, it's this is very much, Cal is in his trust me, bro, phase of doing this thing, man. And I'm just really glad that he's done exactly this, because how many times have we had to do this is John Calipari, guys, he's gonna have a good roster, be patient, it's different than Muss. And we almost had to say it so many times that we started questioning it just a little bit ourselves of like, okay, we know that it's going to happen, but could you get on it here, boss, please? And thank you. He did. He understood the assignment. So good on him. Maybe it was just a situation where there were so many weirdos out there from the Discord trying to chase him down at Cheers the other night to see who was on the visit, to where he was like, if I don't announce something, like, they're going to break into my home to see who's going to be on this team. So he was feeling the pressure from Razorback Nation a little bit.
It also helps because we've thought about this a lot. Anytime Arkansas is connected to literally anyone in the portal, we go, okay, so what does that mean for Trevon? What does that mean for DJ? What does that mean for Billy? We immediately go to how it fits, and we start doing all right, well, so if they're recruiting this guy, maybe that means they're not recruiting this guy, and maybe that means this guy's gone. Now we don't even have to wonder. We just, hey, now we know who Arkansas is after in the portal. We know who their teammates will be. But there's no, oh, is it a fit? If we're recruiting, it's like we kind of know who's back, and now it's just we know what icing they're after on this cake, and it's a good cake, and so it's exciting to just get that clarity, because even when we kind of know, a lot of these announcements, like you literally 2 minutes before it predicted DJ to be back, but it's just nice to get that 100% clarity. Exhale, don't have to wonder about it, don't have to do the hypotheticals anymore.
And he was the one guy where it just changed so much, man, that you just, okay, expect him back. And I think the last thing I said before the announcement came out was expect him back, but would I be surprised if he left? Yeah. Not at all. Like, it just was one of those deals you weren't sure about. So you're 100% right, man. Having that clarity now makes you feel good. And so let's talk real quick, and then we'll wrap up here in a few minutes. But hell, we got the big news there. It's crazy. So we got to react to it. Let's talk about our expectations for all three of these guys going into the next season. With DJ Wagner, it's interesting because different set of circumstances for him with different pieces in that backcourt. Is he going to have the ball in his hands quite as much with a guy like Darius Acuff coming in? Maybe not, but I at least me, given the track record with Cal and DJ, and I'm really glad I said what I said a few minutes ago about I just can't see him playing for anybody else. The reason why is because of that relationship. And 2 years ago, it drove Kentucky fans crazy. And there were times this year where it drove Arkansas fans crazy. But we can say all we want about, oh, DJ, the backup point guard. Oh, DJ's minutes are going to get cut. Oh, DJ's not going to have the rock in his hands. I just assume that DJ Wagner is probably going to be a starter, probably going to play big minutes for this Razorback team. And it's going to be split between the 1 and the 2, just like it was this past year. Will he lead the SEC in minutes again? Maybe not. Maybe you'll see that cut down a little bit. But I think he's going to be a key player for you. And I'm okay with that because it's a third-year guard in the SEC, in the system. He's averaged double figures over the course of the last 2 years. He's very much a you know what you're going to get type of guy. Plays his ass off. He's tough. He cares about the outcome. He's got some leadership qualities. Is he a great shooter? No, he's not. Can he improve? Maybe marginally, but that's okay. I think it's a good thing to have DJ Wagner back on this basketball team.
100%. I mean, we've said this all along. Our stance from day one of the offseason, which we took place in San Francisco, we talked about this. If you don't have DJ Wagner, okay, you can go out and do whatever you got to do, but you got to go get a veteran point guard. You needed someone that's been in those NCAA tournament battles, that has a good two-way skill set, can kind of play with different skill sets. DJ Wagner has experience doing that, and I'm certainly glad he's back. I think of all these guys, we're trying to forecast what they're going to do and what their production, whether it's at another school or at high school or just a guy like Karter Knox that we think can improve on his production at Arkansas, and we're kind of trying to figure it out. I think DJ, I think his numbers are going to be pretty similar. I don't think there's going to be a massive uptick in his scoring or his I think he's going to probably average similar numbers. Maybe the minutes go down. Maybe the efficiency can go up a little bit playing with some other talented players. But I think he just kind of brings some stability, both in production, both in experience, in leadership, vocal presence, like all of the above. He just kind of checks a lot of boxes that you need on good teams. And college basketball, we see point guards, veteran point guards that stick around for a while. A lot of the great teams have guys like DJ Wagner on them.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. So this is going to be fun. I think it's a very, I do. I think it's a very good thing for these young guys to have somebody to look to like DJ. Arkansas could have gone out and got a veteran guard who maybe was a better fit, who could shoot it better, whatever, from somewhere else. But they would have been in the same situation of new team, new surroundings, new coaching staff, trying to figure everything out. You don't have any of that with DJ. And so he's going to be able to really serve as a mentor to those young guys, Darius and Malik, which I think is super, super important. Show them the ropes, push them in practice. Like Cal said, these young guys, they might have to come take it from one of these older guys. DJ is the one they're going to have to come take it from. And good luck doing that. So I think it's just a good thing for the maturity of those young dudes. Good thing for the team because he's been through these wars now. He's found success in the NCAA tournament. I'm excited about year 3 DJ. Billy Richmond. This is interesting, man. We know how athletic he is. We know where the potential is with him. I don't think that we're going to see as much point guard Billy Richmond this next season, unless, of course, there's injuries or whatever. But I'm really, really interested to see what the next step in the development of Billy the Kid is going to look like here. Probably going to get stronger. He's definitely going to be more comfortable. The biggest question is he going to be able to improve that jumper? Right? Because that's really the athleticism, the defense, the hustle, the intensity, all that stuff is there for him. It's how much will he improve that shot if he wants to become a 3-and-D type of guy and get some draft buzz. Either way, I think we're going to see an improved version of him. And it might be because of his role. And you've talked about this before, Andrew. If you have a Billy Richmond who's able to fly down the floor in transition and serve as an offensive rebounder crashing the glass or a basket cutter off the ball, who can play off the rim and do some things like that, then you've got a really good version of him. And he's going to be a lockdown defender who's switchable and everything on the perimeter for you. The role will probably increase a bit there for Billy. And if they have him in a better position to succeed, I think we'll see a little bit more efficient play out of him as well.
When I think about Billy Richmond and kind of the growth that we need to see from him, it's not even as much about the skill set, like rounding out the skill set and adding things to what you can do outside of the 3-point shot. I'd like to see him be able to knock that spot up, wide open, corner 3, wing 3, whatever it is. Don't want to see the off the dribble ones. We saw a few of those. I don't think many of them went in. But for me, it's about understanding your role and excelling in the things you already do well, getting downhill, being downhill Bill, playing defense. And he makes good decisions with the ball in his hand. I just think the handle is kind of a work in progress and he can continue to work on that. But as you said there, I'm okay if he's more of an off-ball role. Like that's actually where I think he will thrive more. And so for me, it's like we always kind of look at these players and we're like, oh, I wish he could dribble better. I wish he could shoot better. I wish he could maybe score in the post better or maybe defend it. It's like, I know what Billy Richmond can do, and I like those things, do them well, and have a better understanding of what you're good at, what works, what shots you can get throughout the game in the flow of the offense and in transition and what spots you need to be at to help this team. The more he has a better understanding of that, which he will. I mean, just from growing up, just from playing, getting experience. And so I'm looking forward to seeing him just kind of being a more efficient, more explosive, more confident version of himself. And then the jumper, we'll see what the work in progress looks like there. But really, even outside of that, I think there's a lot of room for him to be a star in his role for this Razorback team as a spark plug off the bench.
Yeah, it should be he should be so much more comfortable, going into next season, especially after that NCAA tournament experience, man. I mean, there's just nothing that should be a surprising or new or anything like that to him. He's going to be able to play instead of overthink, as a true freshman in the SEC in a brand new system, trying to figure out your role and everything. I would imagine the game is going to slow down for him. And that was part of his problem, was getting going a little bit too fast there. And again, I think the role aspect of this would mean that, he's not initiating the offense as much. That he had some of those games where he really racked up the turnovers. I imagine he'll be able to get that under control a little bit more. I'm excited about it. I wanted to pull this up because I thought was interesting. Big Red One says Billy's going to be the next Adu Thero. And I wish he would put on that Adu Thero weight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, Adu had a growth spurt too, right? Like he grew a couple inches. Hell, if he ends up being 6'9", yeah, I could see it.
Right. And that's one thing I think about with Billy is, could he, and, maybe not to the extent of Adu Thero there, but if he adds 10 pounds of muscle over the course of this season and gets a lot stronger, then that's really a dude who theoretically you could play the 1 through the 4 in particular lineups, and so he could get versatile for you. Adu wasn't much of a 3-point shooter himself, but he really became just an incredible downhill threat. He was awesome in transition, a versatile defender. So all these things we were just talking about Billy becoming. So that's actually an interesting comp there. And I think there are parts of Adu's game that Billy could maximize with his own. That's interesting. Not bad. Trevon. Now this is the big one.
Yeah.
Because, and I just talked about it on the Pod at the Palace, and now that he's running it back, I still feel the exact same way. Trevon returning is awesome, but to me, you still got to go out and get more at that position. And I'm not saying that you have to go out there and recruit over him. In fact, the reason I like Jameer Watkins so much is because he can play the 3 and the 4 and split some minutes between there, to where like it's not like you're just pushing Trevon to the side or whatever. There's room for a role there. But what you want is the Trevon that you saw the last 9 games of the year after Adu got hurt. Can you get that? Will you get that? Time will tell, because that's been the story of Trevon's career, is the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. And now he's got to find consistency, and there can be foul trouble with Trevon. There can be injury concerns with Trevon, and just the ups and downs with his mentality. I mean, John Calipari famously said it, Trevon's biggest battle is within himself, and it's a confidence thing for him. So I don't think that the hope that you get a full season of the last 9 games you just had of Trevon should deter you from going out and getting impact players or upgrades or, big splashes who can also play that same position, because you're worried about affecting his confidence or whatever. If he's in a platoon role or something, I don't think he's a big boy. He's going into his 5th year of school or whatever, his 4th year at Arkansas. I think he's going to be just fine. I think he understands that. If they want to go out and get a guy who would just slot in behind Trevon and just play the 15 minutes per game or whatever at the 4 alongside him, I'm 100% fine with that. If you want to pencil Trevon Brazile in as your starting 4 and let him rock, and he's going to be probably your best 3-point shooter unless they go out and address that need there, I'm cool with it, man. But a lot of people that we've mentioned in terms of that position, folks are immediately like, no, you can't do that. Can't do that. Trevon's he's got to have his role. It's got to be penciled in there. All the conditions have to be right for him to be there mentally to produce at a high level. That's a him problem that I think he's got to figure out. And it's the next step in his growth and maturity as a player. And I think that he understands that. So they're going to need to go get more at the position, but that doesn't mean I'm not excited about what Trevon can bring to the table next year.
No doubt about it. You mentioned, you alluded to it, how we just need him to be that guy he was for the final 9 games or however long it was when he was playing consistent minutes. And I think that's a common denominator with Trevon a lot, is usually when he plays high minutes, he plays better. But like, to your point, you got to earn those minutes. We can't just, pencil you in and then just be like, hey, we're not going to recruit any more guys in that area because we have to play you 30. He's got to be that guy that can earn it. But if he's that guy that we saw down the stretch, shouldn't be that hard to squeeze out 26, 28 minutes a game for him, whether that's 4, 5, playing with some of these different matchups, playing with Bringle, playing with Ewan, playing with Watkins, or whoever it is that Arkansas brings in is going to be important. But, when you think about Trevon's career, it's kind of always been this way. Like, okay, you remember his freshman year at Missouri, he finished the year really strong. And he was, of course, a lot more raw physically. It was kind of that second half of the year where we're like, hey, can you carry that in? And then when he came to Arkansas, he did carry that over. In fact, took it even up a notch, and he was on track to kind of be this awesome. We thought he might, get drafted that year. The injury is obviously the thing that when you talk about Trevon and you talk about his career, we can't overlook that aspect. He was on such a positive trajectory. That happens. And then we kind of just get a lost year last year. But now we're once again doing the same challenge. It's kind of poetic. Just be that guy you were to finish the year. And I think he's going to be that guy. It's just a matter of, will that be the right combination with these pieces around him? But I'm still pretty confident on that front because of his versatility. You made a weird face there.
Chance Moore is going to West Virginia. That's
okay. I thought it was a way bigger announcement. I was like,
no, I saw that. I saw Chance Moore and I was like, oh, cool. Where's he going? And it's like, oh, the Big 12. Okay, well, good for him because he's been pretty good since
West Virginia,
Arkansas. But yeah, whatever. We'll get into the chat for some final reactions here, and I see a lot of folks that are like, Coach Cal just put out a video. These guys are all running back. Did you guys see that? Did you guys? I mean, yeah, we We did. We're
played the
reacting to it. We started with the Karter Knox news, folks, and then this all happened live and very much raw in the moment. So we haven't changed the background because, well, we can't. We're we're live right now.
You've been watching us this whole time.
We saw it. We've been reacting to it for the last half hour or so here. But this is it's good stuff here for Arkansas. So let's see how the people feel about it. I got to zoom past the Karter stuff now in the chats that we starred. Okay, I want to bring up this one first because this is interesting. Austin from work, he says, not pocket watching, but after all this, do we still have the funds to make moves? Yes, Arkansas does. As I understand it, that, and this would, I think, include Karter, with all the guys expected to be on the roster, that they're in that 8.5 range right now, with room to get well up over 10 million, maybe in the 11-12 range, honestly. And that also lines up with, I think it was Norlander who put out the story today about the 10 programs who are expected to be over $10 million in payroll. Arkansas was one of them, a good handful that are expected to be in that $8 million range. So yes, with this, Arkansas still has plenty of wiggle room. I mean, they were prepared to add, $3 million or whatever onto the payroll if Nate Ament decided that he wanted to commit. And now that's trending in another direction. And that was with the assumption that you were going to have to go add 2 big guys like you just did with Malik Ewan and Nick Pringle. So they've still got plenty of change here to go out and make, like we said, a splash and then supplement a little bit of depth. So yes, they're going to be able to round this thing out with some more moves here for sure.
Cal would not have said we got more to do if there weren't more to do.
Yeah. And I saw elsewhere that somebody was like, well, they could just be Karter coming back, but he addressed Karter separately there at the very end. So no, there's, they're going to make more moves. Don't you worry about that. We got more to talk about here on portal season. A lot of people just loved the announcement. Tamara here said that was fire. That was awesome, man. Really, really cool. I'm excited about that. Did Cal just tweeted again? What did he put out? It's a whole minute and 16-second thing. So I'm going to get this started downloading before I even watch it, actually. And then we'll get through some more chats.
We'll react in real time.
And then we'll play it. In fact, I'm going to pull up a chat and I'm going to let you react to it first while I start the download on this. Okay.
Fair.
And we've got it from Hunt here. He says, Trevon bringing those Jim on the Office cutaway vibes when that's what he does at work.
Yeah. The kind of look into the camera, and the kind of just blank stare. Yeah. But to be fair, kind of his vibes anyway. I mean, you told that story about talking to him after the season ended.
Yeah.
But you talked to him at the practices leading up to the game. Kind of just has that vibe. And hell, I wish, hopefully his production on the court will be as consistent as his demeanor off the court.
Yes. Yeah. That would be nice. He is very much that guy. That was funny. Woo pig.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So I've got this uploading now and I haven't watched it. So we're going to be able to,
hopefully he doesn't say anything extremely explicit that would get us in trouble. Right.
I would hope that's not the case. It came from John Calipari here, but hey, if it does, it does. We can always chop it out after the fact when if the ops are getting upset about it. So
I guess we'll also just chop out this entire. We'll just put this whole segment in a separate video, right?
Yeah, I guess that's probably what we're gonna have to do here. This is.
We thought we were about to do a 10-minute Karter Knox video.
Yeah. Some of those Twitch streamers that go live and they just go like 24 hours straight or whatever. And you just got to react to whatever the heck is happening in life. That's kind of exactly what we're dealing with right now. But I got the video. Let's play it. I have no idea what this is, but it just came from John Calipari's Twitter.
19,000 plus on their feet. Step back, contested Brazilian
That means we got paperwork done, right?
Yeah.
John Calipari is putting out something
Yeah.
that has their name in it. I didn't know because he didn't say him in the video, and I was like, I wonder if they've officially signed yet or whatever. But hey, I guess they have.
Throw me through a brick wall. Let's go, man.
Full team highlight page, man. That's good stuff.
Oh, I absolutely love that. That's well done. Very well done.
We got a team. And John Calipari likes this group. He's starting to like them.
Yeah, I think so. Good on them, man. Because we legit we're getting to the point where we're like, are they, we're poking the dead body with the stick. Like, is this thing on? What are we doing here? What a hell of a week, man. This is awesome. Very, very good. Very good stuff. That's got me going. I'm going to watch that about 25 times before the end of this night. That's it's a big
film
time.
breakdown on the highlight video.
Yes. Yes. This is from earlier. Bonnie says that look on Andrew's face when Curtis said he had an imminent announcement priceless. Yeah. I saw where the text came from. And so I was like, oh, I better read this now. And, I'll actually, now that it's already happened, I'll read you guys exactly what it said. Cal tweet about to go out, FYI. That's it. That's all I got. And I was like, okay, so this has got to be some kind of announcement from the head hog there. There we go.
I mean, hey, when Cal speaks, you got to listen. You got to stop what you're doing when you get those Cal tweets. That was worth it. I'm glad it was worth it and not just like can't wait for next year, Hog fans.
Yeah, that would have been really, oh yeah, buy your season tickets or whatever. Like, Michael Kopesky says, still need 3-point shooters. Yes. I mean, to me, there are other little things you go out and address. We talked about like, hey, maybe they go get a shot blocker to help a little bit with that. Another body at the 4, whatever. But yeah, 3-point shooters. That's the glaring weakness, or just like the one area for sure that you've got to shore up, man. Don't neglect this, please. Go out and get a guy, at least one. I would make it this just a box that you have to check. If they're going out to get 2 more guys, they both better be able to make threes. If you're going out to get 3 more guys, all 3 of them better be able to knock down threes. Like, just make it to where it's no longer a point of conversation. But Michael, I'm with you for sure, man. They got to go out and get some shooters. Am I overdoing it with this? I talk about it every day. Are you with me? Are you looking at the team and you're like, oh no, they're fine. Why is this guy tripping? I just feel like they got to go out and get some sharpshooters.
They have a few hypothetical shooters. And I mean, I do expect Karter Knox to shoot the ball better.
Trevin's
maybe
there
a little bit better. Yeah, Trevin. But
Malik shot 38% on 8 attempts, but is that going to fully translate? Probably not. I
would say probably not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you definitely need just like someone who you don't have to think about. Is like that guy can shoot. Teams have to put a hand in his face. They have to close out quick on him.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Let's see. Jose says, I've never seen confidence like Acuff and Thomas have. They're going to ball out. That's one thing I will say about those two. Toughness, confidence, they're not lacking in it at all. Malik Thomas he's electric. He's a dynamite factory. And sometimes that might lead to explosions in the wrong places. So be ready for that. Like, he's going to be, there's going to be times where you are going to rip the hair out of your head with some of the decisions that he makes. But there's also times where he's going to do some things where you're just like, holy crap, what just happened? That was incredible. He's that kind of guy. Darius Acuff is explosive and tenacious, and he really gets after it. Super physical for a freshman guard. More poise, more under control and everything. But both of those guys are going to bring some big time highlights to Arkansas, and they're going to be the quintessential dudes that they're going to have their freshman moments. But especially with Darius, I think you're going to look at him and be like, the guy don't play like a freshman.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be pretty steady.
I think so too. In fact, I saw, dang it, man, because I retweeted it earlier, and I can't remember now who put it out there, but it was like it might have been Biancardi, but the 10 incoming freshmen who are going to have the biggest impact on their teams, and I think Acuff was 4th on that list. And he was behind like AJ DeBanza, Darren Peterson, and somebody else. So, and I think that's about right, man. I'm looking forward to watching that kid play. Farmer Don says TB one injury, because we were talking about injury concerns with him. Well, he tore his ACL, and so he missed that whole season. And then he came back, but you remember how he got shut down for like 3 weeks or something, and he came back at the end of the year, and then he had the ankle sprain. And missed a little bit of time earlier this season. So, like the one major injury for sure that I think hampered him for the entire next year. But this year, for the most part, he was healthy. He didn't play as much probably as he wanted to. He did scare us, if you guys remember that early in the year. When he turned
my gosh.
over, it looked bad. He was getting helped off the floor, and we were just like, no way did that just happen.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. He may have just missed a game or barely played the next game or whatever, and then he was good. So thankful for that. But that did not look good when it happened. I remember freaking out.
Ankle sprains just don't look or sound good.
No.
Because there's a lot of times a pop. And so like when you hear a pop, that causes the player to freak out. And I think that may have been what happened there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We got a super chat here from Steven. We appreciate you, brother. Says, what position is the foreign guy? Kareem Rattel. He's a 4, stretch 4. And probably, might be a guy who could develop some wing skills a little bit in there. And he's a big kid, 6'9", 200 and some odd pounds. Just raw. And he's been playing professionally. So like he's used to playing against grown men and everything, but it wasn't the highest level league, out there or whatever. He's older, so he's going to be a 20, 21-year-old freshman by the time the season starts. There's stuff there. He's just got to refine it. He's just got to sharpen up the skill set and everything. But I think a lot of people are like, why'd they bring this dude in? What the hell, And I think some evaluator or something was like, oh, yeah, he's not very good right now. Project, developmental. But if you watch his highlights, you can see the vision of a good basketball player there. It's going to take a little bit of time. That's why you bring him in here, where he's not expected to be a starter or a main rotation contributor right away. And I think I said on Inside Arkansas Live today, actually, that when I look at Kareem and I see it and I think, okay, is he going to be Arkansas's 11th man or something like that? It's a significant upgrade from what they had in those slots this past year. So there you go. There you have it. We get to the last few minutes of the chat here. I haven't looked at it. We'll get to a couple more and then we'll get out of here. And then, for everybody that was, we were talking in the Discord about how much material there was going to be for the Pod at the Palace in the morning. And that was before all of this. And everybody's like, dude, you're going to have like a 45-minute morning episode. Your wife's going to be mad at you. And so it was like a running joke in there. And that's
it's going to be a lengthy one.
And this will be just in time for people to be pumped up before Arkansas just beats the hell out of Texas A&M tonight.
They are about to beat them bad and twice tomorrow.
Yeah. I like that a lot. 3 wins in about a 24-hour span it'll hit a little bit different, won't it? Oh yeah. This is true. TB says, I haven't seen that Ewan reach back yet. That was nasty. Dude's athletic. We talked about it on his reaction video, but he had 48 dunks this past season. And yeah, he's, for a big boy, especially, he can get up off the floor. He can go up and get it for sure. There's no doubt about that. Riley Mays, and because this was so long ago now, he says, I'm late to the party. What are the Karter Knox thoughts? The thoughts are exactly what he said, which is that he's going through the draft process and maintaining his college eligibility. I think that he's going to get his feedback, see where he stands, get an idea of what he needs to work on to really shore up his draft stock, and then he'll be back at Arkansas next year. I feel strongly that that's where this is headed, unless he just blows up here over the next couple weeks, and would be a surprise, I think, to everyone.
Unless he just dominates that gym, man. He just.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of this is portal related stuff, and folks, what I'll do is just tell you, tune in at 6:00 in the morning. Okay. That's when it's going to go live, and you can listen whenever you want to, but we're going to have a lot on Arkansas's portal pursuits and all these big names that have entered over the course of the last 24 hours and who they might be in on, who they might be out on. And frankly, that conversation will take on a little bit of a different tone after the announcements that we just got, where we know for sure now with full clarity that DJ's back, that Billy's back. Yeah. We see what's going on with Karter. So it's going to take on a little bit of a different tenor there. So make sure you tune in the morning. I see Ryan asking about the 7'2" dude from UCF. You just got 2 centers. So I don't think that they're going to go out and get another high level guy at that position. Could they add some depth? Could they add a specific skill set? Maybe so. But like that dude, Dane Danger, who I've seen mentioned in here, if you got Ewan and Pringle, I just don't see that being the move here for Arkansas personally. Maybe you got to go to the clearance rack a little bit, Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's where you're hanging out. I'm not saying you got to go all the way to Salvation Army for another front court piece, but you're probably shopping, the Walmarts and Targets of the world. You can get some high quality stuff there, just not the most expensive in the world, I think is kind of where we're at. That worked out well, me and you just there.
That
was pretty good. Any final thoughts, Andrew, before we get out of here, man? I know you got a baseball game to get to.
No, I was definitely starting to eyeball the clock where I was like, oh damn, I want to end up getting there a little bit late. But no final thoughts other than just happy for the clarity, like we've said, and excited about this team, man. Like we never panicked. I want to give us credit for that. And we felt like things would trend in this direction. It's just amazing how, like I said earlier, nothing that we didn't expect to happen yet has happened. Really, like there hasn't been a big surprise, but we feel so much better today than we did a week ago. 1 week ago, we had a good idea that Ewan and Pringle were coming. We had a good idea that DJ might be trending towards back. We thought Billy would be back. We thought Karter would probably be back, maybe a test of waters or whatever. And none of that has changed, but I just weirdly feel better after hearing it from the horse's mouth. And I'm excited, man. I'm really glad they gave us that.
Yeah, me too. That was very cool. I can't wait to go back and watch and listen as we were able to react to everything that just happened live and in the moment. That was good stuff. Fun times. Appreciate you hopping on and being here with me through all of it. And for helping getting set up as I was away from home when the Karter Knox stuff broke there. So appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in and hanging out with us as always. If you're not linked up, if you're not synced up with the Inside Arkansas YouTube channel now, I just don't know what you're doing.
What are you doing?
Get subscribed, man. Come on. We have a lot of fun over here. I see the super chat. I want to get to it now so I don't forget about it. Chris Sullivan says, are we sure Rattel won't play? Pretty sure the first year, unless you have a bunch of injuries. Okay. I think he's going to be at the very back end of that rotation. Will he get some looks? Probably, maybe. During non-conference play, a lot of development that needs to be had there. But remember, we've got this roster now, and you look at where he's at on it, and then they're probably going to add 2 to 3 more guys. So that's something else to keep in mind. But we also don't know for sure until we get closer to the season. We see him in practice, how he's developing. So we'll have more on that as we move forward. But appreciate all you guys. Find us on this YouTube channel. Get subscribed. Find us where you find your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, Pod at the Palace is there. So is the Bombastic, where we're going to have this baseball stuff rocking with Andrew. It's been rocking, and it's going to continue to after this game. So thank you, guys. Everybody have a good one. We'll see you in the morning or the next time there's news, which might be in 10 minutes. Who the heck knows? But it's been real. For Andrew Ellis, Curtis Wilkerson, it's been Inside Arkansas, the Pod at the Palace. We'll catch you next time.